Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Elena. Привет! I'm your Russian American makeup and beauty addict. I usually do reviews and tutorials on Mondays and fabulous drag looks on Fridays. Because Fridays are a drag. In today's video, I'm barefaced because I've been picking one item of each category of my oldest makeup I own. That means expired the house damn boots people. And I'm very curious how it's gonna turn out, so that's why I'm starting without makeup, so we're both gonna be on the same page as surprised, you and me together. So if you guys are interested to see what I got and how old it is, then keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell so YouTube notifies you of all new videos upload on Mondays and Fridays, and also go live on some Mondays. So follow me on social media. All the links are down below, as well as my Patreon group. So like, comment, subscribe, and let's get right into this. So I've been on YouTube for a few years. I think it was 2019 that I started. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2019. And my channel had been growing on and off, a little slower, a little quicker, but YouTube, Instagram, they're like two different things. My Instagram is growing a little faster, but the algorithm still, and YouTube is growing very slow, and pretty much now I put up with the fact that my YouTube will never go anywhere. I'm just doing whatever I want and whatever I like. That's I started with that premise because I haven't been buying new stuff, because buying new when I have this huge collection is kind of like wasteful, and I only buy whenever I need, like when I really like something I want to review or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like collection is growing big and the new reviews are not doing anything for my channel. And I just want to have fun. So I discovered all in old SHIT that I own, and there is so much stuff that I haven't used in forever. So let's start with the eye base. So I dug up, this is a Wet n Wild lipstick. It's cracked. I used to use concealer and lipstick as the base. I mean, it's white, so it works as the base, right? So let's do this. Oh, first of all, oh, oh, oh. It smells like a Vaseline and old makeup. But the makeup should come out really nice and vibrant. And yes, I'm gonna apply it just like that. I look so lovely. I mean, don't I? So now that we're looking lovely and white, we're gonna go for the palette. And this is the oldest eyeshadow palette I have. It doesn't mean that I didn't use eyeshadow palettes before this. Actually, I haven't. I used something small, like little quads and trios or duos from drugstore. Before my YouTube channel, I didn't really care about what I have. I just wanted to look pretty, and I didn't really care how much makeup I own. I wasn't a collector, let's say. And also the finances, the budget didn't allow. So I'm pretty much with a drugstore, a little bit of CoverGirl, Maybelline, a little e.l.f., lots of e.l.f. And this is Urban Decay. So this is actually has a backstory. I mean, if you have time, watch this. If not, fast forward. So this is the time that we moved to New York, and I felt like home immediately. I love New York, and this is Urban Decay Smoked. Never owned any Urban Decay or any high-end palettes or any palettes this big. This is not big, but for me, this was big. And I went to the Wendy Williams show for the first time. I've always been a huge fan of Wendy Williams, and I followed her show from the moment she started on TV. I loved her. And when we moved to New York, I said the first day after we move, I'm gonna go to her live audience. I'm gonna be sitting in her live audience as soon as we move. And actually, I booked myself tickets before we even moved. I'm that crazy. So anyway, long story short, we went there, me and my husband, on Monday morning. The Monday before the Oscars. No, after the Oscars. Oscars were on Sunday, and it was in February, I think, or was it March, something like that. And we were in the audience and she noticed me and she said something about my wig. She was so nice. And they were talking about fashion and they were giving away some stuff. Sometimes they give away stuff. So they were giving away the palettes. So I remember after the show, we were walking down the stairs and everybody was getting one, as the audience was leaving. And I got mine and my husband was behind me. He got one too. And they said, "Enjoy your palette, sir." It's like, just pointed it out that he's a sir. It's so funny. Shady bitches. But anyway, so that's a long story. The second one we sold on eBay, Hannies, because we are broke and I wanted money, honey. So that's the old palette. You can tell how much I used it. I used it quite a bit. The light, I like the big highlight on the brow at the time. And I love purple. And notice something, this is a shimmer. But shimmer, matte, we don't know them. I just use shimmer all over. So that's the long story. So anyway, so this kind of like doesn't give you many options. So we're gonna go for the smoky eye. And this is a good black. I'm gonna tell you something, because I already just watched that before we started. And I'm like, you know what, it's a good black. For the brushes, I'm gonna use some old brushes that I bought on AliExpress when I just started my channel. And Morphe brushes I had even before that, I think. I don't remember what came first, so I got a little e.l.f. This one is older than my channel or anything. It's like probably from 2010 or 11. That's old. So I'm gonna use the oldie and go for the black. And we're gonna see how this performs. Yep, that's a good black. So I cleaned up the brush, we'll go in for the brown. I mean, this is not a tutorial, just probably gonna put it real quick. I'm just gonna do a basic smoky eye and I'm gonna extend it. I mean, palettes, they don't really expire. I'm just surprised by the performance because, I mean, I haven't used it in years. I don't remember the last time I used it. Now I'm taking AliExpress brush, I'm gonna go for Freestyle and Kinky, and this was Backdoor. That's a brown. So I don't own anything shockingly old from Waterline pencils, so I used just an old pencil from BoxyCharm, a Hollywood and Vine. It's not that old, but it's the oldest one I have, and I just set it as black eyeshadow, just blend it some more. And now we're gonna go dial it. I just put a little more white eyeshadow, and I'm gonna use my finger. I'm gonna try the blue because, the pop of blue eyeshadow. I'm not gonna go for the purple just because I always go for purple. This is called Evidence. There is also a green called Loaded, but it's like the whole palette is very dark, like very, very dark. You can barely see that this is blue. So now you want to see what the gag is? The gag of today's video? This is the oldest product that I found. But it isn't going to be a problem actually. It's a product and it's a problem because it's going to be eyeball. Bye-bye eyeball. See this Ziploc bag? This came from Hollywood, Florida. This is from my 20s, I would say. Yeah, this was when I was in my 20s. Probably 20 years ago, if not longer, but glitter doesn't expire. So I bought this glitter. I used it like these, iridescent. I used it on my body. And these, they're not even eye grade. I don't think they're cosmetic grade glitter. I got them, I think, in a craft store, and I might just go for this blue. We're gonna be adventurous. I'm gonna keep my eyeballs shut with this. So I have NYX glitter glue. This is loose glitter, so I have to be careful, and hopefully it's not gonna get my eyeball because I don't think it's eye safe. But we live in dangerously on this channel. Do not do this at home. Look at the channel, it's gorgeous. I'm pretty sure it's cosmetic glitter. It like inside it looks like it's meant for makeup. So I don't know. I don't know where I came up with the fact that it's not for makeup. But it looks gorgeous. Just the perfect glitter for this look. So I moisturized off camera and I cleaned up the fallout first. And now we're going for the primer. So the primer is pretty simple. This is Benefit Professional Primer. Just the old staple, but I never used this thing before until I got a little sample in an Ipsy bag. This was a long time ago, and this is probably the oldest one I have. And I don't use it that often because I'm more about moisture rather than feeling the pores, but might as well. Will look extra smooth. It is very smooth and after all. Now for the sponge and for the foundation, we're gonna be living dangerously because I found the sponge in the back of my drawer, and there is a reason, there must be a reason why it's in the back of my drawer. It has some stains on it of unknown origin, probably, and cat hair. I mean, cat hairs everywhere, so probably I did some face paint with it and I put it in the back of the drawer because it's destroyed. So I'm just gonna wet it and hope it's not gonna be white residue. And the foundation is Focallure Skin Evolution Fluid Foundation with SPF 15 in the color Natural 04. Now, this is a good foundation, but I bought this in November 2019 and I literally got the receipts from the internet. I found my Focallure account and I found actually the receipt for this. So this is 3 years old. So I guess it's not that old, but it must be expired by now. And this is the fun of the situation. So I wet my sponge. It does not smell funny. So the moment of truth, am I gonna have white residue? No, I think it's just stains. I'll probably put it in the back of my drawer for the future use. I forgot about the sponge. Actual foundation smells pretty good. I don't know how fast the foundation is supposed to expire, but this one seems to be smelling still nice after 3 years of sitting around. It looks pretty darn good. Now I'm going to do contour first and then concealer because I like this for my everyday makeup. This is not drags. I don't really have a lot of contour, so I was just looking through my drawers. And this is probably the oldest I have. I bought this LA Girl concealer a while ago. And it's not the best color, so I haven't been using it. It's in the color Suede. But it's a concealer. It's hard to find a cool tone concealer. So this is it. And this is where it gets dicey, so we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I mean, it's a little olive, so it's not the most terrible, I guess. Maybe I put just a little too much on my forehead. So this is more or less of the situation. It is kind of warm-ish, but it's not the worst. So here's the oldest concealers, and this is an interesting situation. I don't really keep them if they don't like them, so I declutter a lot. And because of declutter, I don't really have the old stuff. I have the oldest one, literally the oldest. I bought the foundation stick, the concealer stick, and the contour stick from Wet n Wild. And this is Mega Glow Makeup Stick Conceal Correction, so there you go. And I had another one for the contour that I ran out of. This is very greasy. And another oldest one is e.l.f. Combo Concealer, which is like on the other spectrum. It's so dry, I can't stand it. It's light beige. So I'm starting to contemplate what's worse, this or that. Or shall I mix them? What's gonna happen if I mix them? Shall I try? I might try. I might try to mix them. I don't know if it's gonna end well, but I'll put a chunk on my hand, one and the other. We shall see. Actually, believe it or not, I just did that under eyes though. And the mixture did not create anything weird. Actually worked out. I thought oily and dry concealer won't mix well. I mean oily, creamy. But they did. So let me do the rest with this. And we'll be back to the oldest cream blush. I'm going to use CYO. And this was a gift from Anne Marie, my good friend. She sent it to me from Ireland. Northern Ireland. And this is Cream Shadow and Blush, All Eyes and Cheeks, Only Words. The reason I don't have a lot of cream blush is because I didn't used to like them a lot. So I only got them like very recently, got into them. I mean, relatively recently. So this is probably like 2-3 years old. So I'm just gonna use my fingers and then blend it with a sponge. So I set my eyes off camera with Maybelline Fit Me Press Powder, and this is as old as it comes. It's about a couple of years old. I only do my under eyes with it. You see, I'm like already almost out. And this is in the color 110 Porcelain. And this is from a time before YouTube, when I was watching YouTube, and I was watching Taylor Wayne a lot, and she was using a lot of Maybelline Fit Me. It's about as old as my YouTube channel, if not older. Probably 2018, I would say, like 4 years old, but nothing happens to powder. So this is my old favorite, and fair. And I got it in fair just because I don't want it to be too dark, because it has a little bit of color. So I want this to be very, very mild. So I'm just gonna use the brush. I never use the brush, but I am gonna use the brush for the purpose of this one, just because I don't want too much color. So for the contour palette, I don't have a lot of old stuff. You know, I only use whatever I have to use, and I don't like hoard contour because contour is contour. So this is a Revolution Pro HD. And I got this, I think I got this in UK when my husband and I went on vacation. That was a while ago, like 3 years ago. So I'm just gonna use my usual, just lightly contour with the lightest color. So for the bronze and blush, the oldest bronzer I probably have is Hoola. And the only reason I have it because I used to be a cheapskate and I'm still like into cheap makeup. But this one came, either it was Ipsy, I think it was Ipsy Bag. I used to subscribe to Ipsy Bag. So this was like, I think when we lived in New York, probably 2015-ish. So yeah, that's all. But you know, powder products, and there is nothing wrong with them. So we're just gonna bronze. The oldest blush has to be Focallure. I probably ordered it in the same water with the foundation. I'm guessing, I didn't look, but I think that's where it came from. And this is 2019, so it's not that old, but you know, I don't like to hoard stuff. That's the reason I don't have older blushes. So, and I'm not like, don't hate me, but I'm not into blush as much. So yeah, I do like blush, but not to the point that I'm hoarding it, you know. Like I can hoard my eyeshadow palettes, but blush, I don't know. Now that's a pretty blush and it has a shimmer in it. So it's really cute actually. So before I apply highlighter, I'm gonna use setting spray. I haven't been using a lot of that because, I mean, for obvious reasons. Because when you're on YouTube, I usually film, and what, it's like 6 now? I'm just gonna make dinner for me and cats. My husband is on the business trip and that's it. I'm gonna take the makeup off. What's the point of setting? But for the purpose of this video, I nursed the longest used, the oldest, let's say, Catrice Prime and Fine, and this is Dewy Glow Fix and Spray. So I have like very little left, if you can see. I used to love this, but since I haven't been using any of them, this is very nice. I hope it still works. Yeah, the spray is still good. Now the highlighter is as old as some of the stuff from New York. I think I got this maybe even before we lived in New York. This is really old, so it kind of, that's why I haven't decluttered it yet, because it used to be my like the hits go-to. As old as 2014, if not older. This is the Wet n Wild Blossom Glow highlighter, Mega Glow highlighting powder, and it's like a pinkish glowing. You see, I hit the pen, but I haven't been using it because obviously my highlighter drawer almost as big as palettes. So I have a lot of highlighter. I love highlighter, obviously. And yeah, haven't used this in a while, so let's try this. Oh, now I remember why I loved it. This is beautiful. It's a cool tone highlighter, but it has beautiful sheen. It's peachy and pinky. Very nice. I'm going to highlight the brow bone with the same highlighter. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. You see what happens? With my oldest makeup video, makes me want to use all this stuff again. Especially this highlighter. Oh my god. The black eyeliners are hard to find, the old ones, because I ran out of them quickly. So this is probably the oldest one that I haven't used in a while. That's Revlon Color Stay Liquid Liner. It's actually very good because this is very opaque and it's very matte. Now, I don't know why I stopped using this highlighter. This highlighter literally feels like it's my best highlighter right now. I don't know. You know, that's funny thing. You stop using something because you get something better. But it turns out it's not better. This is so good. So good. You know what I like about this? It's matte, it's opaque, it's very black. And it creates pretty sharp lines because the tip is very skinny. So I can create the skinny inner corner and it goes over the glitter. But now, this is gonna be tricky. This is an old e.l.f. mascara, so I mean, this is old. And this can give me a pink eye, probably. I never had any eye issues from mascara, like never. And I always use old mascara, so I don't know. But this is most likely a 5 years old mascara, so... Ew. I don't think it smelled that great when I was new, to be honest. So we're getting close to the end of this. Yes, I did apply eyelashes and gems off camera because for obvious reasons. When you use eyelashes, what happens? They get used up and you throw them away. So there's no such thing as old eyelashes. So I just used little lashes in the style of NYC. Just because I have them from PR. And the gems are not old, but the gems are the gems, you know. I must use the gems. I love the bling, and I put some silver butterflies because this is a very cool tone look. So that's what we got. So for the lips, this is going to be another SHIT show because I found the oldest lipsticks, and for sure these are the oldest ones. That's before YouTube channel, before anything. I love my Wet n Wild. And these, they smell funky. I already smelled them. I'm not sure how many years. 5, 6, 7. So this is in the color Rebel Rose. And this is Coty Bare Naked. This might be newer, this might be older. Who knows? The oldest lip liners I have, and you can tell, they're all used up. This is Milani. I have 3 colors. Nude. This is natural, I think. 03 Nude, 09 Spice, and 04 All Natural. Most likely I'll just use All Natural because it's gonna match. Oh, I'm not gonna burn off my lips. Oh girl, that smells bad. I'll need to declutter it probably right after this video. This is bad. This is just for you guys. For all of you 3.5 people watching this. I'm just kidding. But you know how it is. My Friday videos, the drag videos, get the best views, and Mondays and Wednesdays kind of meh. That's why I switched to only Mondays, if you notice in the intro. Because my channel is not getting anywhere and it's so much work for nothing. So I'm just gonna enjoy it on Mondays and Fridays. It's gonna give me extra time to the other things. You know, it doesn't feel bad on the lips. It smells funny. But there is nothing wrong with it, as far as I know. Okay, we're going to top this with this one, Coty Bare Naked. Looks like it's separating inside. Oh! Oh! It smells bad. I don't know, maybe it smelled bad when I was new. Who knows? So this is the final look. You know, not bad for the oldest makeup. The only thing that's questionable was like mascara was old, but it performed. The foundation was old, but it did not smell bad. and the lipstick smelled real bad, but actually they feel fine. They don't burn anything. Maybe they just smell bad in general. I don't know. I don't remember. I haven't used them in a while. But yeah. And what surprised me the most, I mean, I don't know why, but this is Urban Decay, so it's supposed to be good, but I haven't used it in such a long time. And it's such a great palette. It looks so, so beautiful. And the glitter, actually, the brand is called La Ferra. La Ferra. I'm not sure where I got this. Probably somewhere in Florida and Miami. And the glitter looks amazing, and it doesn't feel like it's like scratching my cornea or anything. I'm pretty sure some specks already got inside my eye, but yeah, it probably is made for eye makeup. I just thought it wasn't for some reason, but it is nice glitter. It's very messy because it's a loose glitter, but it's nice. Some of the glitter got in my cheeks, and this one. It was just like kind of falling out of the package, so I picked it up on my fingers and I put it in my cheeks. Why not? Might as well. So that's the look. So this will be close to the end. I put the earrings on, and the reason being, well, kind of long story, but to make it real nice and short, there was a lot of thunderstorms lately, and I'm in LA, obviously, like Huntington Beach, and we don't get rain a lot. I mean, almost not at all, which I love because I can cycle every day. But a couple of days ago, like a few days ago, it started to be like a tropical storm, and I'm very, very weather sensitive. So I got migraines back to back, like every single day. It was so bad, I was dying. So I could not film. I even thought there could be no video on Monday, and tomorrow is Monday, so I filmed Sunday afternoon because I'm finally, first day that I feel a little better, so I filmed. But anyway, long story short, because I couldn't film, I did something. I cleaned up my room. I cleaned up my desk. Well, now it looks like SHIT again, but it was very nice and clean and organized. I organized my jewelry, organized a little bit of lipsticks here. I put like different shelf, different things. And I organized my jewelry drawer, and I found these. I'm like, look at that. This is metallic, kind of metallic butterfly. It goes. It's a cool tone. Everything's cool tone. Yeah, that's like when I was doing belly dancing in Florida from the old times. That's my belly dance jewelry. Yeah. From all the stuff that I used, I would say I would want to go back to the highlighter for sure. I want to use more of this. It's old, but it's so good. The primer, I mean Benefit primer, Professional is always good. The palette is good, but you know how it is. I have so many bright, colorful rainbow palettes that this kind of thing, this is good for like when I go an everyday look, like trip to Walmart, bam bam, smoky eye, easy, fast. The good old favorites that I haven't used in a while, Maybelline setting powder, excellent. I just like the more of a translucent nowadays, and this one has a little bit of color, so like I would prefer like to have completely translucent. And I love Kimchi Puff Puff Pass powder, that's my favorite. So this one I'm like, foundation, excellent coverage, it's dewy, it's beautiful. It's old, but my skin is fine. If I break out, I'm gonna leave a comment and pin it. Okay, I'll let you know, guys. The glitter, I want to go back to that loose glitter. It's all they have, but glitter doesn't expire. I need to use it more often. So out of all the stuff, oh, and also Focallure blush. This is the one I was so impressed with. I love that blush. And a good old favorite I still use, and this old palette, Revolution Pro, it's still one of my favorites, hands down. And the cool contour tone is so cool, it's perfect, there's nothing wrong with it, just perfect. You know, hit the pants like everywhere, because it's my favorite. The concealer mix surprisingly works so well. It's not greasy and it's not going anywhere. My skin under my eyes is literally perfect. I'm literally shocked. So that's it. That's the end of my video. Let me know what you guys think. Have you tried this? Go into the drawers, go into the back of your shelf and see what old stuff you have and see if you still love it or hate it. If it breaks out your skin or burn your eyeballs, or if you get a pink eye. So let me know, guys. Leave me a comment, like this video if you enjoyed it, and do subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so YouTube notifies you of all new videos upload. A huge thank you to all my patrons. Thank you guys so much for your support. Follow the links, all the links are down below in the description box, my social media and the Patreon group. So I love you all guys and thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next fabulous video. Bye!